Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever fallen so hard you thought you'd never get back up? I'm talking about the kind of failure that feels like a punch to the gut, the kind that makes you question everything you thought you knew about yourself. Well, let me tell you something, I've been there. I'm Myron Golden, and today I'm pulling back the curtain on my untold story, how I went from flat-out failure to phenomenal success. And here's the hook. Your greatest comeback is hidden in the ashes of your biggest crash. Stick with me, because I'm about to show you how to turn your mess into your masterpiece. Let me hit you with a truth bomb right out the gate. Failure is not your prison. It's your professor. When you stumble, when you crash, when life knocks you flat on your back, it's not a signal to quit. It's an invitation to learn. I'm talking about the kind of learning that rewires your brain, sharpens your hustle, and sets you up for a comeback that'll make jaws drop. See, the world wants you to believe that failure defines you, that one misstep means you're out of the game. But let me tell you something. Failure is just a classroom, and the lessons it teaches are the foundation of your future success. Hook number one, your biggest fall, is where your greatest wisdom is born. Think about it. Every time you failed, you didn't just lose, you gained. You gained insight, perspective, and resilience. Maybe you launched a business that tanked, or you poured your heart into a project that flopped. That's sting. That's not defeat, that's data. It's feedback telling you what didn't work so you can pivot, adjust, and come back stronger. I've been there, scraping by, watching ventures crumble, feeling like the world was screaming, "You're not enough." But here's the deal. Every failure I faced taught me something I couldn't learn any other way. It taught me how to read the market, how to manage my time, how to trust my instincts. Failure isn't your enemy, it's your mentor, showing you the path to mastery if you're willing to pay attention. Now, let's get real for a second. Failure hurts. It's messy, it's humbling, and sometimes it feels like the end of the road. But here's where you flip the script. You don't let failure have the last word. You decide what it means. When I was down, I could have stayed there wallowing in self-pity. Instead, I chose to see every setback as a setup for something greater. Hook number two, your failure only defines you if you let it write your story. You've got to get up, dust yourself off, and start asking, what's the lesson here? Maybe it's that you need to tighten your strategy, or maybe it's that you need to believe in yourself a little more. Whatever it is, failure is handing you a syllabus for success. You just have to study it. Here's the thing most people miss: failure is universal, but success is selective. Everybody fails, but not everybody learns. The difference between those who stay stuck and those who soar is what they do with their mistakes. You've got to treat failure like a masterclass, not a life sentence. When you mess up, don't hide, analyze. Break it down. What went wrong? What can you do differently? That's how you turn a loss into a launch pad. I learned to build systems, to communicate better, to align my actions with my purpose. All because I refused to let failure be my final chapter. Hook number three, every failure is a brick in the foundation of your empire. So, what's it going to be? Are you going to let failure chain you to doubt? Or are you going to let it teach you how to fly? The choice is yours, but I'm telling you, every successful person you admire has a string of failures behind them. They didn't win because they avoided falling. They won because they learned how to get back up smarter. Your failures are your raw materials. They're the clay you mold into something extraordinary. So embrace the lessons. Lean into the process and watch how your mess transforms into your message. You're not failing, you're learning, growing, and building the wisdom to create a legacy that lasts. Let's talk about the game changer that separates those who merely dream from those who dominate. Your mindset is your superpower. Success isn't just about what you do, it's about who you choose to become in your mind first. You can have all the strategies, all the connections, all the resources in the world, but if your headspace is stuck on, I can't, you're already defeated before you start. I'm here to tell you that the moment you shift your mindset from victim to victor, you unlock a force within you that can move mountains. Hook number one, your mind is the architect of your destiny. When I was scraping by, barely making ends meet, I realized that my circumstances weren't holding me back. My thinking was. I had to rewire my brain to see myself as a winner, not a wannabe. Picture this: every thought you entertain is like a seed you're planting in the garden of your future. If you're sowing doubt, fear, or I'm not good enough, guess what grows? A life full of limitations. But when you start planting thoughts of possibility, resilience, and purpose, you cultivate a harvest of success. I made a decision to stop seeing myself as the guy who failed and start seeing myself as the guy who was built for greatness. That shift didn't change my bank account overnight, but it changed how I showed up every day. I started acting like the person I wanted to become: confident, focused, unstoppable. Hook number two, you don't wait for success to feel successful. You think it into existence. Now let's be clear, changing your mindset isn't about faking it or pretending life's perfect. It's about choosing to focus on what's possible instead of what's holding you back. When I was down, I could have stayed stuck in the why me spiral. Instead, I started asking, what's next? I fed my mind with knowledge, books, mentors, ideas that stretched me. I surrounded myself with people who challenged me to think bigger. Your mind is like a muscle. You've got to train it daily. Doubt creeps in, shut it down with truth. Fear shows up, counter it with faith. Every time you choose a victorious thought over a defeated one, you're building the mental strength to create the life you want. Here's where it gets real. Your mindset doesn't just shape your actions, it shapes your reality. When I started believing I was capable, doors opened. Opportunities I couldn't see before started appearing because I was looking through the lens of possibility. I began speaking to myself differently, declaring I'm made for more, and my actions followed. I took bolder risks, made smarter decisions, and built systems that turned my vision into reality. Hook number three, your mindset is the key that unlocks every door to your dreams. The world responds to how you see yourself. If you walk in like a champion, the world will treat you like one. So what's the play? Start auditing your thoughts. What are you telling yourself when no one's listening? Are you replaying failures or rehearsing victories? Your mindset is your control center. Program it for success. Feed it with inspiration. Guard it against negativity, and train it to see every challenge as a chance to grow. You're not a victim of your circumstances. You're a visionary with a purpose. Own that truth and watch how your life transforms. The power to win starts in your mind. Flip the switch and let your superpower shine. Let's get straight to the heart of transformation. Your words shape your world. Every syllable you speak, every thought you vocalize is like a brushstroke painting the canvas of your life. You're not just talking, you're building. You're not just venting, you're creating. When I was stuck in the struggle, barely scraping by, I realized my mouth was either my greatest ally or my worst enemy. I was speaking defeat, murmuring doubts, and letting words like, I can't, or it's too hard define my reality. But then I flipped the script. I started speaking life, declaring victory, and commanding my dreams to take shape. Hook number one, your tongue is a tool. Use it to construct your empire, not to curse your future. Words carry power, more than most people realize. They're not just sounds, they're seeds that take root in your mind, your heart, and your circumstances. Science backs this up. What you say influences how you think, how you feel, and how you act. When I started saying, I'm built for greatness, even when my bank account disagreed, something shifted. My confidence grew, my decisions got sharper, and my hustle found a new gear. I wasn't just talking, I was prophesying my future. Your words are like a steering wheel, guiding your life towards success or struggle. So, what are you saying when the pressure's on? Are you complaining about the mountain or commanding it to move? Here's the deal, speaking life isn't about ignoring reality, it's about creating a new one. When I was down, I could have kept whining about my failures, but instead, I started declaring, my setbacks are setting me up for a comeback. That wasn't just positive thinking. That was strategic speaking. I began affirming my purpose, my potential, and my plans. I'd look in the mirror and say, Myron, you're called to impact millions. And guess what? Those words started shaping my actions. I showed up differently, bolder, wiser, more intentional. Hook number two, what you speak today becomes what you see tomorrow. Your words are a blueprint. Make sure they're designing a masterpiece. Now, let's talk practical. You've got to be deliberate with your language. Stop letting negativity slip out unchecked. Catch yourself when you're about to say, I'll never make it, or this is impossible. Replace those with declarations like, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm winning. Surround yourself with people who speak life too, because words are contagious. When I started hanging around folks who talked vision, not victimhood, my perspective skyrocketed. I also fed my mind with wisdom, books, sermons, anything that fueled my faith. Every time I spoke possibility, I was programming my mind for progress. Here's the kicker. Your words don't just affect you, they influence everyone around you. When you speak with conviction, you inspire others. When you declare your purpose, you attract opportunities. I've seen it happen. Clients, partners, and deals showed up because I spoke with authority about where I was going. Hook number three, your words are a magnet, pulling your destiny closer or pushing it away. So choose them wisely. Start every day with a declaration. I'm unstoppable. I'm capable. I'm creating something extraordinary. Let your words build bridges to your dreams, not barriers. You're not just talking, you're shaping the world you'll live in. So open your mouth, speak life, and watch your reality transform into something unstoppable. Let's cut through the noise. Success is not a slot machine. It's a science. Too many people are out here gambling with their dreams, hoping for a lucky break, when what they need is a blueprint. Success isn't about chance. It's about mastering principles, crafting strategies, and executing with precision. When I was grinding through my early days, barely keeping the lights on, I learned that wishing for a win wasn't enough. I had to study the game, understand the rules, and play with intention. Hook number one, success isn't something you stumble into. It's something you build with a plan. The moment I started treating success like a formula, my life changed. Think of success as a recipe. You don't throw random ingredients into a pot and hope for a gourmet meal. You follow a process, specific steps, measured actions, and a clear vision of the outcome. For me, That meant diving deep into the science of business learning systems, mastering marketing, and understanding how to leverage time and resources. I stopped chasing quick fixes and started building frameworks. Whether it was creating a sales funnel or studying how to communicate value, I treated every move like a calculated experiment. Failure. That was just data showing me what to tweak. Success. That was the result of getting the formula right. Here's where most people miss it. They think success is about working harder, but it's really about working smarter. You've got to study the principles that govern your field. For me, it was understanding wealth, building laws, things like value creation, relationship capital, and scalability. I read books, sought mentors, and analyzed what worked for those who were already winning. Then I applied it. Hook number 2 success is a code, and you crack it by studying the masters. I didn't reinvent the wheel. I learned how to roll it better. Every strategy I implemented, from time management to negotiation, was a piece of the puzzle, carefully placed to create a bigger picture. Now let's talk execution. A plan without action is just a daydream. The science of success demands discipline. You've got to show up consistently, test your strategies, and adjust when things don't work. When I started building my businesses, I didn't just throw ideas at the wall. I tested, measured, and refined. If a marketing campaign flopped, I didn't quit. I analyzed why and tried again. If a system wasn't scalable, I rebuilt it. This isn't about perfection, it's about persistence with purpose. Hook number 3 success rewards those who experiment, adapt, and keep moving forward. Every step you take, informed by strategy, gets you closer to your goal. The beauty of treating success like a science is that it's replicable. Once you know the principles, you can apply them anywhere. Business, relationships, personal growth. I went from struggling to scaling because I stopped hoping and started strategizing. You can too. Audit your approach. Are you relying on luck or building a system? Are you learning from those who've already won, or are you guessing? Start where you are, but don't stay there. Study the patterns of success, create a plan, and execute like your future depends on it, because it does. Your dreams aren't a lottery ticket. They're a blueprint waiting for you to follow. So grab the tools, master the science, and build the life you're destined for with precision and purpose. Let's get real about what turns dreams into reality. Your setbacks are your setup. Every stumble, every failure, every moment that feels like the end is actually the beginning of your greatest comeback. The world may see your struggles as dead ends, but I see them as stepping stones to something extraordinary. When I was down, scraping by with more bills than bucks, I could have thrown in the towel. But I learned a truth that changed everything. Every low point is loaded with lessons that propel you toward your high point. Hook number 1. Your breakdowns are the blueprints for your breakthrough. Your setbacks aren't stopping you. They're strengthening you for the success you're destined to achieve. Think about it. Every successful person you admire has a story of struggle. The difference isn't that they avoided failure. It's that they used it. My early ventures crashed hard, but each one taught me something critical. A failed business showed me how to read the market. A missed opportunity taught me to seize the moment. Every loss was a lesson, sharpening my skills and toughening my resolve. Your setbacks are like a gym for your growth. Each one builds the muscle you need to carry your dreams. The key is to stop fearing failure and start mining it for wisdom. Ask yourself, what's this teaching me? How's this making me stronger? Here's the mindset shift you need to setbacks. Don't define you. They refine you. When I hit rock bottom, I didn't stay there feeling sorry for myself. I started digging through the rubble for gold. Every challenge was a chance to grow smarter, more strategic, more resilient. I took my mistakes and turned them into stepping stones, each one leading me closer to my purpose. Hook number 2, your scars are the map to your success. Those moments that bruise you, they're marking the path to your victory. You don't get to the top by avoiding the valleys. You get there by climbing through them with purpose. Let's talk practical. When you face a setback, don't just react, reflect. Break it down. What went wrong? What can you do differently? When one of my ventures tanked, I didn't just mourn the loss. I studied it. I looked at what I missed, what I could have done better. And then I applied those lessons. That's how you turn pain into progress. You've got to treat every setback like a setup for something greater. Maybe it's redirecting you to a better path or teaching you a skill you'll need later. Whatever it is, trust that it's preparing you for your purpose. Hook number 3, every stumble is a step toward your legacy. The beauty of this truth is that it puts you in control. You can't always choose what happens to you, but you can choose what you do with it. Your setbacks are raw materials. Use them to build something extraordinary. I took my failures and turned them into fuel, building businesses, writing books, and helping others rise. You can too. Stop seeing your struggles as stop signs and start seeing them as setups for your next level. Every challenge is shaping you into the person who can handle the success you're chasing. So embrace the hard moments. Learn the lessons and keep moving forward. Your comeback story is waiting to be written, and every setback is a sentence in its opening chapter. You are here for a reason, and it's time to act like it. Your life isn't a random accident. It's a divine assignment crafted with purpose and packed with potential. When I was grinding through my toughest days, barely keeping my head above water, I had to wake up to this truth. I wasn't created to just survive. I was created to thrive. Every dream in your heart, every spark of ambition is a clue to the impact you're meant to make. But here's the catch. You've got to move with intention to turn that purpose into reality. Hook number 1, your purpose is calling, and it's time to answer with action. Stop waiting for permission and start walking in your calling. Purpose isn't some mystical thing you stumble upon. It's something you step into through deliberate choices. When I realized I was meant for more, I stopped drifting and started directing my life. I got clear on my why, impacting lives, building wealth, glorifying God, and let that guide every decision. Your purpose is like a compass. It points you toward your true north. But a compass doesn't move you. You've got to take the steps. That means getting up every day with a fire in your belly, ready to chase what you're called to do. Ask yourself, what's the one thing I'm here to change? Then go after it like your life depends on it, because it does. Here's where it gets real. Living your purpose requires courage. The world will try to distract you, doubt you, and derail you. I faced rejection, setbacks, and moments when quitting seemed easier. But I kept my eyes on my purpose, and that kept me grounded. Hook number 2, your purpose is your anchor in the storm. When you know why you're here, no obstacle can stop you. I started aligning my actions with my calling, studying, building, serving, and watched how my life transformed. Purpose doesn't just give you direction, it gives you drive. It's the fuel that keeps you going when the road gets rough. Now, let's talk action. Purpose without pursuit is just a daydream. You've got to show up every day ready to do the work. For me, that meant learning new skills, taking risks, and serving others with excellence. Every step I took toward my purpose. Whether writing a book or speaking to a crowd, built momentum. You don't have to have it all figured out, but you do have to start. Take one bold move today. Make that call, write that plan, take that course. Hook number 3, your purpose comes alive when you move with boldness. Every action you take is a brick in the foundation of your legacy. The beauty of purpose is that it's bigger than you. It's not just about your success. It's about the lives you touch, the change you create, the mark you leave. When I started living my purpose, I saw doors open, not just for me, but for others. My work became a movement, lifting people up and pointing them to their own potential. You're not here by chance, you're here to make a difference. So, stop playing small. Get clear on your purpose, take ownership of your path, and act like the world changer you were born to be. Your calling is waiting. Step into it with faith fire and relentless focus, and watch how your life becomes a testament to what's possible.